Hello everybody and welcome! Today I want to show you just one mod for Kerbal Space Program, and I don't know why, but I've been sleeping on this for years. If you are a long-time viewer of this channel, first off, thank you. If you're new here, welcome! Well, but if you're a long-time viewer of this channel, you might remember that I really like to build complex creations in Kerbal Space Program and fly them around and crash them and make some other shenanigans with all of that. So, a vast majority of the more than 5,000 hours that I've spent playing Kerbal Space Program was in the vehicle assembly building or the spaceplane hangar. This means that getting really close to some intricate mechanism that I built or some really weird paneling I did to make it look better was very important to me throughout all of my, well, you can't really call it a career, I can't live from this, but during the time I have spent with the game. But the control scheme for Kerbal Space Program inside the editors was always a bit wonky for my tastes. Say what you will about the failed sequel Kerbal Space Program 2, but they did something right, and that was unifying the vehicle assembly building and the spaceplane hangar into just one editing building, and they really made it a lot bigger, which was also great. So to remind everyone, the controls in the VAB work like this. You use the mouse wheel to scroll up and down, and you use the mouse wheel and shift to zoom in and out, and holding the right mouse button enables you to orbit the camera around your vessel, or rather the center of the VAB. Now, when you switch to the spaceplane hangar, this changes. The scroll wheel behavior is reversed, so using the mouse wheel zooms in and out, and holding shift and using the mouse wheel will move the camera up and down. In addition to that, if you hold left shift and the right mouse button, you can pan the camera left, right and front and back. And this is the main reason why I preferred building really big vehicles inside the spaceplane hangar, because using the mouse wheel to zoom in and out always had a bit of a, I don't know, not as precise a movement as moving the camera by panning it. But even then, I struggled with getting the camera exactly where I wanted to and getting to move the parts that I want to put where I wanted to put them. And yeah, it was a bit of a hassle, to be honest. But there was a solution, and as I said at the beginning, I slept years on this, basically more than 10 years now. I'm talking about the WASD mod. And as the name says, it does basically just one thing, and it does it really well. And that is panning your camera with the WASD keys in both the VAB as well as the spaceplane hangar. And if you use the Q and E keys on your keyboard, it will move the camera up and down. And if you hold the left control key, the movement of the camera will be a lot slower for fine-tuning. If you pick up a part, the WASD controls will be disabled, but you can re-enable them and therefore disable moving around the part by using the WASD keys, which would be the default behavior for KSP, by holding the right mouse button, and then you can use WASD to move around and thus move the part around better. Yeah, originally this mod was already published in 2015 or something, so it's a really old one, and I have no idea why I haven't heard about it until, well, actually a couple of months ago. I didn't start using it since yesterday or something. But yeah, it was really a long time for me to get to know this one. Actually, I got so used to it that when I freshly installed KSP during my Linux experimentation, which I'm still very much in and enjoying, more on that maybe in a future update, that I really struggled with the stock KSP controls in the VAB until I installed the WASD mod. So basically it's now part of my absolutely essential mod collection, which also includes a couple of other ones, which I highlighted in a previous video. I'll link that up there somewhere and in the description. basically this is now the part where you can tell me how you can't believe that I haven't found that mod until recently. Or maybe if you haven't, put a comment down there and let me know if you've tried it out and think it is cool to use. Basically, I very much like it, as I already told you, and I wouldn't have done a video without liking it. And hey, maybe there's somebody out there like me who also slept on this for a decade and now has something new to try out when building their rockets or spaceships or battle cruisers or weird space stations or whatever you want to build in KSP. And maybe there's a chance that somebody from the Kerbal Space Agency development team is listening, and yeah, if you do, maybe consider using something similar for editing your vehicles inside your game, or at least enable us some type of control scheme where we can do some really precise fine-tuning, because that's the main reason why I use that mod. I don't necessarily need WASD and QE keys to maneuver around the VAB, but the added precision that those offer, and in addition to the left control key, which enables even more fine-grained movement, that's a real plus compared to the original. So yeah, don't just copy Kerbal Space Program in that regard. Please look into what the modders already improved. Alright, that's my quick overview of this little mod, just a little presentation of why I think it's cool and why maybe you could try it out yourself. If you haven't, maybe subscribe to this channel to get some more future videos and some updates on the development of Kerbal Space Agency and some other interesting stuff that I do over here. And if you really like what I do, maybe head on over to Patreon, where you can watch all of my videos ad-free for a small monthly contribution. And I also offer the option to send some money my way just for a one-time deal for clicking on one of the videos and giving a small amount there, if that is to your liking. And if you go for one of the higher tiers, your name will show up here, together with all of these wonderful people. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it, especially in these trying economic times. I really don't want to bombard you with some fake sponsor stuff where I claim I really enjoy a product when in fact I've never seen it, but the YouTube money comes my way. Instead, I really hope that one day, maybe by Patreon or other means, that this could be a viable second job to my actual day job, which pays the bills, because YouTube doesn't until now. Anyway, it's time to get back to playing, and I hope you have a fun time as well. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel for more and follow me on my social thingies. The links are in the description. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.